Right, welcome back to Treasures Untold, where the book club is camped outside of the mist-shrouded jungle. Not quite sure what's going on in there, but the fog is definitely some sort of magical variety. Now, the night passed by fairly uneventfully. Who would we have had keeping watch?
Not Fred. Let me get my stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm on it.
I don't think that Excalibur has to... I think I do like a meditation type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you didn't want Fred to keep watch, I would be keeping some sort of watch.
I have are you more, when you say meditation, are you saying you sleep more akin to an elf, where it's just a trance, or more akin to a construct that just kind of shuts down but doesn't go to sleep?
I think it's like a construct.
I'm sure Fred can watch while you're shut down.
Yeah, I only need to spend 4 hours in a deep meditative state rather than sleeping.
Okay, that's more of an elf thing.
And I can see and hear as normal.
Okay, cool.
And I will watch things.
So, Excalibur. While you're watching out, the sounds of the jungle do pass through the barriers between the spaces. You hear all the primates and birds and insects all through the jungle. But there's a moment where the sound dies down, and you're watching out. I kind of visualize you in the center of this camp, not quite stuck in the ground, but this weird little pivot every once in a while. From behind you, there's a splashing sound. And as you turn back, the spot where Aulier was sleeping is now a puddle of mud with a jug of kombucha sitting beside it. And as you watch, the mud kind of levels off again and settles down and starts drying out very, very quickly.
I feel like I don't know these people well enough to, make any sort of, I don't know if I would be like, oh, well, that's normal then, I think, maybe.
Guess that's just what he does.
His dad was a water god of some kind.
Maybe that's how he sleeps, I don't know.
So the rest of the night passes uneventfully. The sun starts rising over the horizon. It does nothing for burning away any of this mist in the area ahead of you. The rest of you awaken and find Aulier completely gone. Only his jug of kombucha left beside where he was sleeping.
Arya would start going on a little bit of just try to walk around and see if he's off somewhere. Try to see if I can find a trail.
Here's the thing. We know he didn't wild shape and run off again because the kombucha's still here, so it would have gone with him. Is there any sign of what happened to the ground, or is it just kind of healed back over?
It's still moist.
Okay.
Well, would I need to roll an insight, or could I just pull a straight, this seems like Allier's dad's nonsense again?
Oh no, has he been
It was like literally yesterday. Yesterday we saw a gigantic maw of freaking water appear right beneath him.
Yeah, we watched the ground liquefy
he did
yesterday.
Yeah, and he did tell him that he needed to not forget his curfew.
That's true.
So,
I think he was serious about that curfew, guys. I think Allie's on punishment right now.
But what is his curfew? Like, is it 9 o'clock, or is it like a weird lunar calendar thing of like the third full moon after whatever he has to return by, or what? Like, I don't know. The stars don't even make sense here, so I don't. What kind of curfew is this anyway?
The gods are weird, man. It's probably some weird dragon god curfew that only they know about.
I guess.
Allie knew what he was supposed to do and he didn't do it. So, moist ground and he has no kombucha.
Classic.
So we just know then that this isn't the jungle. Something didn't take him. Eat him.
I'm gonna
It's like a
whisper
perfect
to.
circle.
Go ahead.
There's a perfect circle of what looks like moisture. And also, I'm pretty sure, I don't care how tightly he got grabbed, that kombucha's going with him.
No,
I mean, we would have heard him say something. He always says something.
He was like, "Oh, my kombucha!" He would have said something like that.
Just like that. Sounds just like it.
I will whisper
I've
to
been
Fred
working on my
what I saw.
impressions.
oh, the sword says that he was that he was taken in the middle of the night.
Into a
Fred,
puddle of water?
We figured that out.
And
Well, what?
You
a
guys
good
just
job,
hear
Fred.
like a big sigh. That is not how I described it. So I'm going to break an oath that I am supposed to have, where I'm not supposed to talk to anyone but the sword bearer, because I, described in quite detail how your friend here kind of absorbed himself into the ground and was taken, was how Fred kind of described that to everyone. So, he kind of melded into mud into the ground, is what I saw. But I thought it was normal, perhaps, for your friend.
that's what I said.
No, it wasn't.
Not gonna lie, I kind of hate both of you.
I was gonna say, I think it's fun that even the sword hates Fred. This is great.
All right.
I got one over here that doesn't give enough information, and one that gives so much information that the other person just kind of doesn't want to listen anymore. That's a great combination of people.
There were a lot of words. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm actually on your side this time, Fred.
Great.
I stare at
Glad
the
we
sword.
can come to a collaboration together. The sword. I have a name,
I didn't even
What's-
know swords could talk, let alone have names. I've given mine a name, but I didn't know it knew its name. Does my sword know its name?
Probably.
Oh my god, can
My
you talk to
baloney
other
has a first
swords?
Could you spell it for me?
OSCAR.
But does it have a
Lovely.
second name?
This goes nowhere good.
With this group, does it ever? Oh.
Yeah.
As everyone's talking about, actually, I think you were going to introduce yourself as the sword, right?
Well, I was going to say that my name is Excalibur, and I would like it if you used my name instead of calling me the sword, which sounds very informal.
Okay. What if I have a pet name for you?
I was gonna
That
say,
sounds terrible.
Excalibur is a very bulky name. Can we call you like
It
Callie
is.
instead?
I was gonna go with Callie too.
I think Callie's a good choice. Fred and Callie.
have to lump the names together like that, or can we be
Callie
separate?
Callie
people?
from the Forest Valley.
I mean, if I was going to lump your names
longer
together,
than
it'd be
Excalibur.
Fred Caliber, which is
Oof,
like a couple name.
no. Don't like that
Excalifred.
at all. No, hate that.
Well, I'm not much
Actually-
help. I named mine Needle, so...
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, well, thank you.
Because it only has one pointy end. I get it.
Yep.
Well, and this one is, and you've now got Bone Needle, so don't forget that. You still got you got a +1 or something on that.
Bone Needle.
So, as everyone's discussing sword names and the language of swords, and if all swords do actually know each other, the there's a squeak of a cart coming around the bend, and through the hazy barrier between the giant tree and the next square that you're in, a group of about 24 villagers approaches. They've got probably about 6 different wagons and carts that they're pulling towards the mist-shrouded jungle. Most of them, as they pass by, they look at you. I say they look at you weird, but it's mostly that they don't really look at you. Their eyes kind of pass over you as if you're like scenery. But go ahead.
I was just kind of yawning. Sorry.
That's all good.
I was
But
gonna
as
go
they pass,
5:50 this morning. Sorry.
They're not going to ford the river? It feels very Amazon Trailish. It's okay.
You died of dysentery.
but near the end of the procession, you see a familiar figure with the Led Zeppelin shirt tied around his head.
Oh shit, he caught up.
Yeah. He kind of waves at you guys. Like, oh, hello, you're not dead yet.
Neither of you.
I'm very hard to kill.
That's good.
In that it doesn't happen, I just keep coming back.
So who has the dice now?
Arya still has them, I believe.
I thought it was your turn, and I pointed at the guy at the Led Zeppelin turn.
I smile and
He's
just
like,
hold the
"Oh."
dice out.
No, I am definitely not playing. We're busy. We have to go harvest food.
From the creepy fog land behind us.
Absolutely. It's the best place to get the vegetables around here.
That seems shady.
It is. It's very shady in there.
What's the
Between the
deal?
mist and the canopies, almost no sunlight
Yeah, I
gets
was going to say, that sounds like a terrible way to grow vegetables.
Could you, before you walk in there, please explain the weird mist thing that's behind us right now? Is this like a... I think the most we got from it is that this is definitely magic. Like magic-based, correct? I think we rolled to see if it was like a magic-based fog. Yeah, we know this is magical in nature. But you
Usually
guys
the
are
dice
just going
don't. Yeah, usually you can't roll for information on the Jumanji dice. Not sure how that works, but no, this is the mist-shrouded jungle. We
Don't make me
harvest
come
our
up
food
with
during the day.
Two voices for shadowing me, please.
What?
This is one of the rare characters I play that's just my voice. Come on, man.
He says, we harvest our food there during the day, and then at night people die there.
Like, do you leave a person there to die, or like, is it just if you happen to be in there, you die?
Oh, the people that are in there at night never come back.
Cool.
Fertilize the soil, I guess.
Do you guys want to look at some
How
spooky
long
woods?
did you? Wow. How long did it take you to figure that out? Like first try, or somebody was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick these tomatoes," and then the sun goes down, boom, dead, and then you came back the next day, you just found like a corpse.
That's true. When you say they never come back out, it makes you wonder, like, what's the sample size of people who you've sent in there? Like, how many people have we tested this on? Is it like one guy who went in at night and never came back? Or is it like you sent one guy in and then he didn't come back, so you sent like 12 guys and nobody came back so far?
It's like, yeah, let me send Chet. He's annoying as hell. He'll do anything. It's like, that. I feel like with that shirt wrapped around your head, I feel like you definitely have met a Chet before.
I mean, that might be his name.
Is it your name?
Chet?
Yeah.
No. I don't know any Chets.
What's your name,
Where are
then?
you from? Where are you
Not
from?
Chet?
My name is Pagan.
Oh, that's much better than Fred. No offense, Fred.
Hey,
So, what he tells you about when you're asking about how many people have disappeared, he says that one of the problems of the mist-shrouded jungle is that it's easy to get lost. So he knows that people have gotten lost, and then they've not been found again. They're the stories of how dangerous and deadly it is have been going on for decades. So this is somewhat along the lines of maybe along the lines of a myth, but one that he's pretty sure he's not gonna go against.
I don't know, man. Whoever created this mist-shrouded forest, it seemed like a jerk.
Kind of feel like whoever created this place is a jerk.
Wait.
Did you create this whole game?
That was me.
My joke was against me. I definitely made this mist-shrouded forest, but Tabitha got real mean with it there.
I meant Jumanji.
Yeah, sure you did.
So that was
Whatever idiot GM decided to put us here.
well anyway.
So, Pagan says to you, as the rest of his group is heading into the mists, he says, "What are you guys doing here?"
We're looking for a boat.
I also just kind of point at the ground. I don't know if they can see the color of the ground, or if it's like purely because we have the dice.
Oh yeah, can you see the Candyland tiles that we're all walking on?
And he's like, "No, not at all."
Oh, weird.
You gotta get this guy to play the game.
Say, Chet, do you know where there's a boat around here?
Actually, yeah. If you go through the mists,
Of course.
and through whatever praying or luck that you have, if you can exit on the south side, you can get to the river where there's a boat. I've seen it.
But it's like a Spanish galleon type boat and not like a rowboat.
I don't know what a Spanish galleon is.
Chet, I take back every kind thing I said about you a second ago.
But you knew what a Candyland was, and are answering to chat.
I imagine Pagan kind of freaks out when he just hears a disembodied voice starts coming at him.
Well, he says, first of all, I don't let the words of dead people bother me.
Whoa! You trying to throw hands, my boy?
That's how we get in a fight with some locals? Great. Alright.
Not
that's
today.
That's how conquering works. You show up and you beat them and say you got there first.
Yep. Then you write it about being the winner.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think we're the good guys anymore. It's
Will we ever?
That's a good question.
You played God of War? I'm not the good guy.
So Pagan says, if you guys like, I could show you through the mists.
Sure.
I would like.
That would be lovely.
If
Okay,
that's a
Paige.
shortcut.
Wouldn't it, Fred?
Oh, what was that?
I said, wouldn't
He
it,
wasn't
Fred?
he wasn't paying attention. He was
So we're
rifling
thinking
through his
of
packs.
those.
Say yes, Fred.
Yeah. I think we're good.
Fredward.
I pick up Aole's freaking kombucha. Like, I know he's gonna. I know at some point he's gonna get off a punishment and get just jerked back into where we're at. Wow, I could have phrased that differently.
You could have phrased it so many different ways. Yeah.
Could have gone so much better.
I was trying to say shunted, and jerked came out. Just shunted back from wherever he is back to where we are. He's going to be very upset that we.
He's
I
gonna be
don't
very
feel like
thirsty.
hearing him bitching about his damn kombucha.
Very nice of you.
It's pragmatic.
It's not.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Pagan leads the way, and as you step into the mists, the sun completely disappears behind the canopy and the clouds of mists. You can still hear the sounds of the jungle. The dense fog makes it seem like they're too close and too far away at the same time. It's bizarre. It's like they're almost right beside you, but it's super muffled. You continue on through this rainforest type jungle, and as you get further, the ground starts to soften, and you start to get this noxious smell coming up off the ground. Your boots and your shoes are kind of squelching into this like wet ground as you go on.
It's always a forest with you people.
Pagan, what kind of weird swamp vegetables are you picking?
He says, carrots, potatoes, broccoli. There's lots of herbs.
In this weird swamp?
Yeah, you just got to find them. That's the hard part. They're never in the same spot.
I feel like the trade-off is kind of good crops in the daytime, instantaneous death in the nighttime. Is that what I'm getting here?
I mean, we didn't make a deal with anybody or anything, but seems to work out that way.
That's a weird thing to jump to, Pagan. Like, nobody said, like, hey, what kind of demon thing did you make a deal with for you to be like, it's not like we murdered a guy out here.
Sounds kind of sus.
It's like, well, I haven't murdered anybody out here.
Once again,
Not yet, at least.
phrasing is weird, Pagan. You say some
Feel like you're
really
leaving out
sketchy
part of the
shit
story.
that sounds kind of normal until you get it out, and then we're like, wait a second. Because when you go, I didn't murder anybody, it's a lot of emphasis on I, as if, like, one of these 6 other wagons has a guy on it who's just out here murdering people for
He's really good at
potatoes,
this.
apparently.
He's good at
I
it.
apologize.
Run for president.
I must have put the emphasis on the wrong word.
Pagan sounds like a character from Euphoria.
Emphasis on the wrong
16
syllable.
Reasons Why.
13? 13
Says,
reasons why?
I
But I don't know the
didn't
depth.
murder anybody. I
Maybe
didn't
where
murder anybody.
You just left them here to be murdered, Pagan?
I didn't murder anybody. Is that better?
I don't. Honestly, this conversation keeps getting worse the more you talk.
It's just been going in a
Outsource.
Fair enough.
It's going in a weird circle now.
You outsource the big job. You don't do it yourself.
You know, he really is just describing a politician, corporate. You know, he could be a president for all we know.
Nice. All right, so who's got the dice? Arya has the dice.
Arya has the dice.
Arya has the dice.
Arya's got the dice, and Rudy's got the chalk.
Are these the dice to move us through a space, or are these the dice in terms of them being my actual dice? Because Arya has my actual dice for rolling for stuff, I guess.
They're one and the same.
Okay, cool.
Oh no.
So now go ahead and roll 2d6. Let's see what wonderful things you find here.
Let's hope it's not some weird Moon Knight thing where you turn day to night. All right.
A 3 and a 1 equals a 4.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that. Maybe the places where the people die in the mist is where the vegetables grow, and that's why it's never in the same place. And they're actually just eating the dead bodies.
Is there corn?
You're really low. You're really low, by the way, Tabitha.
Oh.
I think she was whispering,
was
but
just
also
whispering.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was just getting really, really intimate with my theory.
Is there corn out here?
Go full
He says, we've never seen corn.
Oh. Weird. Okay.
So as you continue further into this rainforest, as the ground gets swampier and swampier,
I'd be having a really hard
a
time
rainstorm.
walking. I mean, I'm like the shortest person here. I'm not sure how I'm making it.
Yeah,
How
it's,
deep
it's,
is
You're
this
not
swamp?
you're not a halfling or a gnome. You're still got 30 feet. You're fine.
but it is going. The water in some places is deep enough to go over the tops of your shoes, and they're
Okay.
big green pools that you start to see off in the distance.
Would it be a survival to like kind of find the more solid path? I'm not talking about completely avoiding the portions that like sink my foot all the way down to my knee. I'm trying to avoid like the horrible portions where like the actual bog area that'll pull us under.
He will
I know
roll
Paige is
for
leading us.
cleanliness.
I don't need you to call me out like that. But yes.
All right, Shadow can make a survival check.
I
Like
say,
this isn't me breaking away from the group at all. This is just me just like
Like
solid
hopscotching over the landscape.
If you're looking around, I'm going to cast guidance on you too.
Is that what does that do?
It's a
That advantage or
D4.
plus D4.
Never mind.
That was a shitty roll. So
Hey, Shadow, what are you looking for? Because can I help you just look?
sure.
Okay.
So you'll be taking the help action to give him a
Yeah.
advantage on that.
I was just gonna roll my own survival check, but sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I took you that advantage because I rolled an 8 then a dirty 20.
Sure, that works.
All right, you're able to keep keep the bottoms of your pants mostly out of the water.
Dun, dun,
That's all I
dun.
want.
Another one avoids the muck.
can I just say, Frederick, do not drop me in whatever this is.
Didn't you come from the water?
Not like
You
this.
had a literal lady of the lake come out and be like, I'm disappointed that this person got this, and then went back into the lake. Like,
Yes,
aren't you used
I
to
was
water?
in a stone outside, but I don't want to be dropped in this.
Yeah, whatever.
Says, yeah, this stuff is bad.
You don't like the
He
dirt
kind of
either.
lifts up his foot and scrapes
Yeah.
some of the muck off of it.
You know, I'm a person. You're a sword.
I'm gonna cast. What is it?
Oh, puppy. I can't help it. I hear the cry and I have to.
And let's fill the silence as Mana looks for spells.
Sorry.
Gotta do what you gotta
Baba booey,
do.
baba booey.
Mm.
Can I use thaumaturgy to clean off Fred?
He kind of sees you starting to, sees the stuff starting to move off of him. He's like, I'm good. This is actually the cleanest I've been in, a real long time.
You're thinking of prestidigitation, by the way, Mana.
I know, but we're gonna... I don't have that, so...
Like,
thaumaturgy is gonna work anyway.
Thaumaturgy is everything to just completely mess with a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like
we're
make
gonna...
make the ground shake, make my eyes change different colors, make people hear whispers in the distance.
Yeah, but you
All
can,
right.
You can. Fred just looks clean, but he's dirty underneath.
you can use,
I'll be right back.
wind
Gotta
and
let that
stuff
dog
with it, so the wind just pushes the dirt off of him.
You're gonna Captain Planet him clean.
Yes.
It's coming out of a car wash.
With it, whichever one of them was from the Soviet Union that had wind.
Yeah. All right. As you're heading forward, who's taking the lead behind Pagan?
I will.
Okay.
Probably a good choice.
Yeah.
My survival check was purely because I got help.
Make a perception check as you're heading forward.
Great. That's a 19.
All right.
19.
You see as Pagan steps through a brush pile into a clearing. He kind of, you lose sight of him through this thicket.
Well, I don't like that.
With that perception roll, you hear him fall to the ground.
Pagan. Pagan, are you okay?
Pagan.
Pagan.
No answer.
Great.
Paging Dr. Urban. Did he just die?
If I cast Produce Flame and hold it up to the plants that are right there, can I burn through some of this underbrush to see if I can find him?
You think it's just a thicket? Like you could part it with your hands if you just want to see through it.
Sure, let's do that.
Right. As you part the thicket, you see two things. You're looking for Pagan first of all. You see him on the ground.
Yeah.
Face down. Good night. Face down in the muck.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bubbles bubbling around his mouth and popping.
They're
Past him in a clearing, in the center of this clearing, is a giant flower, probably about 6 feet tall, with huge green leaves around the base and a red bloom.
I'm sorry, did we just find a piranha plant?
I was gonna say we found Audrey too, but I was.
No, this is definitely like a piranha plant.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We come with
Will piranha plants shoot poison darts at people?
I
Oh
just
yeah,
meant,
that.
from,
That.
Yeah. I also meant from Mario, but sure.
Because
You gotta
he
flip
just
him over.
collapsed and he's face down in water.
You
Why
gotta turn
would
him
you do
over on the
that?
side so he doesn't. It's the old college
know.
trick. turn him over on his side so he doesn't die.
So, okay.
Oh, die.
So he doesn't do that, thing called dying.
Right, dying.
So James,
Yeah,
would I
not
know
Fred.
anything? Would I know anything about this plant? As
Make
somebody,
a nature check at disadvantage, because this was not something that was here when you were here.
okay, that is a 15 and a 9.
Oh,
I'll give you this. A bloom that big and a plant that big is unnerving.
Great, love that.
You're getting the vibe that this is somehow an aggressive plant.
Aren't they all?
but by this point, are we about equal distance, like to where Pagan is, or are we still
No.
like a little bit behind? Okay.
As of right now, unless anybody's gone through the thicket, you're all maybe 5 to 10 feet away from Pagan.
So,
Okay.
what's happening, guy?
Our friend who is leading us through the fog is face down in a mud puddle with what is most likely a very deadly plant in the clearing ahead of us. So,
Are we saving or leaving?
I suppose we should
He
probably
was-
save him because I don't know where we are right now.
Do we have a
Also,
rope?
yeah, he wasn't a prick. Sorry, Arya, go on.
Do we have a rope? We could do the thing.
I mean,
I don't know. I saw someone do
he's-
the thing where they lasso above the head. You could
He's
pull him out
he's
of the
in
water.
the mud. I don't know that there's much to lasso onto at this point.
Oh, he's down. Like,
He is down. He is down. He is
Is he drowning?
probably He's probably drowning as we speak. Cool. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I will go ahead and duck down there and try to grab him and flip him over at least. So let me get shot at for a second.
Just
Grab his foot, and pull him back.
That's more of a me thing.
Yeah.
So you push through the through the thicket,
I do.
and as you reach your hand to touch Pagan, I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Perfect. I love that.
DC 15.
Perfect.
Should have been me.
Yep, because I rolled
Yeah.
a 5. There we go.
Let's see. Where's our muscle shield at?
Yeah.
Well,
Sploosh.
we didn't know it was going to be
Wait.
Khan.
Have Fred do it. Fred, go get the. Go in and
Bitch ass with his 11 hit points is what I'm assuming he has because he's just a guy.
But I can make it so that he
Is
can
it-
breathe water.
Fred
Is
is
it
just
my-
Galir.
Is it my turn? Do I get to be the hero now?
God,
Yes,
I
go-
hate. I'm
I'm
so
the
glad
hero.
I'm unconscious for this.
Go get them.
He uses you to chop through the thicket and steps into the clearing. And wow, that's unusual. Okay. And falls unconscious immediately.
Why?
Because he's just
He's
a guy,
Fred.
man.
He doesn't
So-
get to use my constitution?
What's your plus?
3?
Still wouldn't have done it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I still bestow him my water breathing so he can at least not drown while he is laying face first in the mud?
Yes.
But can he breathe mud?
So it might not be pleasant. So Pagan is face down in the mud. Blub, 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 blub. Guy is also face down in the mud. Blub, 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 blub. Fred is face down in the mud. Just breathing in and out.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And Excalibur, you were also in the muck.
Hey,
completely submerged.
hey,
I can
kid.
float.
Hey, kid.
You can float.
I'm waterborne. I can float.
Okay, so you're floating on top of the mud. Haha.
I say to Arya, hey, kid.
What?
I'm pretty. Okay, lose the attitude.
I don't know how.
Blub, 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 blub.
Pretty sure like they're all slowly drowning right now. So I'm gonna step in. You
Does
wait
look that
behind,
way.
please. We need at least one person. And
Well,
actually, shit. Before we went in, we should have used your rope idea. We could have just pulled his ass back out.
you know, I do have a
Just
good
kind
idea
of
from
went
time
in,
to time.
guns blazing. Are you strong enough to pull? I don't know why we were going to ask that. Pull me. I just walk right in.
Okay.
Con save. I know.
Con save.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is how we all die. James
13.
drowns us all in a mud puddle.
Wait. I'm level. Wait. I won't forget to do this fucking time. Please tell me it is at this level. Please tell me it's not level 9. Please tell me it's not level 9.
Oh, did we?
Fuck, it is level 9. Shit.
Oh boy. Did we have a long rest before all this happened, or are we still where we were
we
at
did.
last?
Yeah,
We
you
were
had a long
waking
rest.
up. Yeah, I thought I had him. I thought I had Indomitable, but I don't get that for 2 more levels.
What
Okay.
condition
So Arya,
are,
you've just
are they under right now?
make an Arcana check or a Nature check, whichever you're proficient in.
It all comes down to Arya.
I have a fucking plus 7 and I rolled
+3
a
anyway.
13.
Oh.
14.
Okay. You as you're lying there floating on the muck, you see that there's tiny spores or pollen drifting in the air. And while you're there, you see the bloom of this flower just kind of twitches, and another cloud of it just into this clearing.
So, are they paralyzed?
They're snoring. They're probably just asleep.
Okay.
We're unconscious.
Well, I have an edict that I can remove grappled, restrained, or paralyzed conditions, but
I think unconscious, you just gotta wake us up. You gotta make it to us and just fucking hit us, essentially.
yeah, I can't move on my own. But I might be able to hit you. I might be able to hit you with a spell, though. Hold on.
So that magic carpet that I still have,
Okay.
is it something that can be like spoken to and reasoned with? You can ask it to do a thing and it'll do it, or it's just sentient and it's just chilling?
I thought you just kind of. This isn't Aladdin. I thought you just.
It's just
Yeah,
it's,
it is. It's all the books.
You just fly on it.
That's true.
But
No, this
It is books.
this is books, man. It's a magic
So-
carpet. You don't tell me.
except I do,
No, not you, Daryl.
because
You can tell me whatever you need to.
so Mana, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe the carpets in Dealing with the Dragons were sentient.
No,
They were more
weren't.
more
They were
along
just
the
carpets.
lines of tools.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to
Please tell me this is a repeated save, James.
You could probably, sneak attack one of them, and then they wouldn't drown.
Just stab him in the shoulder with one of your
I need
daggers.
so many more faces.
I got 3 minutes before I start drowning.
Well, my concept was to maybe try to sneak around to the back side of wherever this flower is and try to drape, throw the rug over the top of it to try. I mean, it's 6 feet tall though. I'm 4.5 feet tall.
You have any daggers? Just throw a dagger at me. Just
Do it.
I will
let me
accept.
go.
I will accept of all the people here. I'm the best one to stab to wake me up. But
I
the
mean,
thing is,
I don't
you
know if
gotta
that's
hit
going to
my
work,
AC.
or if you'll just have damage. You'll just be
No, that's-
taking damage while you're sleeping.
That's what wakes you up. Like we're not paralyzed. Like I'm unconscious. You have to wake me up.
Okay. Well, I also have a short bow. So I'm
Shoot
going to shoot
arrows
Shadow in the ass.
The problem is, can you hit me or get through my musculature? That's the real issue. There's a chance it just bounces off my steel-like buttocks.
I mean, the problem is,
excuse
rules
to talk
as
about how
written-
strong you are.
He's prone.
I mean,
and
rules
so
as written,
Disadvantage.
you're prone,
Yeah.
and attacking a prone target with a ranged weapon
It's true.
is disadvantage.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Like sneak crawl up,
So,
military crawl up and stab him in the ass with your
But the thing is,
dagger.
but I'll
but the
still be
thing is-
breathing.
you damn near have to roll a nat 20 to even be able to hit me. That's the thing.
So, was it just Excalibur who noticed the spores? I didn't see any of that.
No, you haven't looked. You haven't
Okay.
done any perception or
Yeah,
anything.
so I'm going to try to
get that
get
information.
as close as I saw
I guess-
Guy get before he actually, anything happened to him. And
I
see
would
if she can
call
see
out.
me.
Because I see everyone dropping like flies. I would call out to who else was left and be like,
Yeah.
Don't come any closer. They're falling asleep. It's some kind of sleep dust from that plant.
Okay.
Damn you, Tinkerbell.
Because, I could shoot the plant, but it doesn't make its spores stop coming out. It just is a
You don't
plant
know.
with a
You
hole
don't know how
in it.
strong that plant is.
Yeah, and actually that might make it worse. We don't know that either.
Maybe it blows up and it wakes us all up.
So that's really all I can think to do is just to use my rope, try to tie a thing on the end, and then literally just try to catch them each by the head and try to pull their heads out of the water and literally just pull them back by their necks. Because I have no other how can I do anything without getting closer? And they're all asleep. They aren't going to know that they were violated.
Throw the rope over a branch around their neck.
Seriously, and then when
God.
they're I would have to have the leverage because I'm not big enough to be able to pull any of them out. It's gonna look horrible, but I'm saving your asses.
Okay, so make a. It's going to be an improvised attack.
Okay.
So you'll be able to add your dexterity. Who are you going to try and get first?
I recommend Fred.
Fred's fine.
Why?
I mean, Fred's fine.
Because my
He's-
AC,
he's-
because I have a meta gaming, I have an AC of 19, and you know I'm very hard to hit.
I'm gonna go
So Aria would
for.
know it's hard to get a hold of me.
I would go for the guide, the first one who fell in, because he's been
Yeah.
out of commission the longest.
While Arya's doing that, can I use shape water to just get water away from everyone else's face?
Hey.
Let's stay in kind of a turn order, not necessarily
Okay.
initiative, but action at a time.
Okay.
So, Arya, go ahead and make that attack roll. You can use your You can add your dexterity to it.
Okay.
You know what? This isn't an attack roll. This is going to be a dexterity check
Okay.
to see if you can loop it over someone's head.
That's a 26.
Okay. You kind of grab two ends of the rope in each, or an end of the rope in each hand, and you just
There you
flip
go.
it over his head and just kind of lift it, pull him back out.
Yeah.
It takes a minute because he can't figure out whether he's going to stand up or roll over or slide around.
Your weekend at burning.
Seriously, I could just see the struggle.
But you eventually pull him through the thicket again. He gets a few scratches from the thorns as he's coming through, but once he gets out of the range of the pollen, he starts retching and just spitting up, quarts of swamp water.
Yeah, just
But
patting him
he's
on the
been-
back. I'm like, "You're good, bro." Turn back around and go for the second one. I was like, "Help me!" And I tell him like, "Help me!" And just
Okay,
keep
well, let's
going.
go. Let's keep a turn order going.
Go
So,
for it.
Mana, you wanted to do something?
I was just gonna use shape water, which was a cantrip, to get water away from, like, out of their mouths so that they can breathe, and, like, away
Okay.
from their faces.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So no one's in any danger of drowning at this point. Fred's breathing the swamp, and Guy and Shadow have got this little bowl of dryness around their faces. So then we're back to Arya again, and actually go ahead and. You've got a high enough dexterity, and there's nothing keeping you from trying again at this point. So you're able to do that same type of motion again to get everyone out of there.
Okay.
Everyone wakes up and starts just retching out the combined gallons of swamp water. Fred pops up, says, "Do I have gills?"
No, you could just breathe water for like an hour. You'll be fine.
Can I breathe air? Am I dying now?
You should have
No.
told him he had gills. That would have been funny. You're welcome, everybody. You're all alive. It was a
yes.
horrible thing, but I did it.
Yeah, everyone's alive. You didn't fall asleep and stay in the forest until nighttime.
You didn't
Plan
get to turn
all along,
into
wasn't
carrots.
it?
No
What
one here is going to
unspeakable
become
horror comes and
broccoli.
murders us.
So, Pagan, at this point, is like, "Oh, how long was I out?
Minutes.
I feel like I slept for an hour."
Ooh, then you got some good rest. It's only a few minutes.
Okay, that's good. You guys head that way. And he kind of points in a vague direction. Like, I gotta find my people. I'm sorry. You're on your own. You can come back out the entrance with me, or you can keep going to where you're trying to go. And he starts
Saved your
to
life. Have you no honor, sir?
yeah, plenty of honor. But I almost died. I want to go back and see my family.
I mean, what honor?
Don't
if
walk
you
into
did?
any other flowers then on your way home, I suppose.
Nope, I know what that looks like now. Definitely staying away from those.
I kind of want to just shoot at it from a distance with fire.
I was gonna
That's
say
weird.
I
Fire,
could just
yes.
like cast Moonbeam on it and watch it burn for a second.
Do it.
Cool. Yeah,
And I
kinda-
high five God. And I high five God.
Yeah. I pull back the shrubs, I cast Moonbeam really quick directly on the flower so that there's just this, like, column of radiant light just torching it, like Independence Day.
Yeah, it completely starts drying out and just withering. As it does, you see a whole network of roots that were spread out in that clearing start to curl up as well. Looks like those roots are how it moved food from the edges of the clearing to its to itself.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To its toothless
While that's
maw.
happening, I also just shoot a firebolt at it. just
For
over
good
the.
measure.
I just kind of
Get it. Get it.
In your face.
Burn it down.
The moonbeam coming down through the clouds kind of parts the fog and the clouds a bit, giving you a clear view of the sky that's dense with dark clouds as heavy drops of rain start coming down, and the rain keeps coming faster and faster until you're in another torrential downpour. Pagan is starting to walk away, and he's like, he kind of undoes his t-shirt and holds up above his head, kind of giving himself a little bit of a shelter. And he says, "You coming with me, or are you heading on the way you're supposed to?"
Guess we'll just keep going. It's sort of what we do.
still the middle of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
James, did we find a solid path, you said?
Yeah, I mean,
We were pointed in a
the
general
dangers that you found so far are not in the ground being unstable. You've probably been in this area probably a couple of hours at this point. And with the survival checks you've been doing, you're not, you're able to pass along the ground. You find some deep puddles that you should avoid just for safety's sake, but you haven't found anything dangerous on the ground yet.
Okay.
After the moonbeam is done and the clouds and mist start closing back in, it is dark as night in here. Your vision is obscured not just by the lack of light, but by the actual fog and the rain. You're probably down to maybe 15 feet of good vision. But continuing on the direction that Pagan told you.
Are there, before you continue, are there like any loose sticks or stones that I can pick up in this clearing?
Yeah, absolutely. To what end?
I pick it up and I cast light on it,
Okay.
and that'll shed bright light in 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay. That probably gives you a little bit more vision.
For those
maybe
of us
20
who,
feet,
yeah,
25.
for those of us who can't see at night. Essentially,
Yeah.
I'm trying to help them out.
Yeah. Who's going to take point on navigating to try and stay on a straight course?
I still will.
Okay. Go ahead and make. Oh, let's see. What's your plus on survival?
Plus 10.
Okay.
I would probably direct Fred to walk behind Guy.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I've chosen a number between 1 and 20.
Great.
The plus 10 you have is how close you need to get to it.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to roll, and you're not going to know whether you're close to it or not. Because you're not going to know whether you're on the path or not.
Great. So just roll a straight d20.
Straight D20.
Got it, dude. That is a 7. I feel pretty good about that.
Okay. The day drags on. Rainstorm continues. There's a few close calls with normal snakes and small animals. A lone monkey actually jumps down and tries to take Fred's satchel, and there's a tense struggle as they fight over it. But Fred retains his possessions, and the monkey leaves empty-handed. In the distance, you can see there's an orange glow, and the smell of wood smoke. And you think that nearby there's a campsite.
Just for prosperity's sake, do we think we should probably sneak this time?
We
Absolutely.
can sneak up on them. That's fine.
Would you like me to go around the back?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Arya, do you want to run up to them?
I'd really prefer to see where the hell she goes, so we don't have another van debacle.
All that happened was I had weapons and I came back with them. There was no debacle.
We were getting our
debacle.
asses kicked, and you were in a van.
Oh. There was no debacle for me. I see.
I don't
were in a
remember
van
us getting
down by
our
the-
asses kicked.
Well, someone got electrocuted by a ghost.
Like
Yeah, it's fair.
By asses kicked, we were fighting, and she was chilling out in a weapon van.
Ooh, what a pretty map.
Ooh, yeah.
Fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
Just so you know, Fred, sneaking means to walk quietly, so no talking.
So if you can see where the pointer is on there, that's kind of where you're entering in
Yeah.
the southwest. You can see what used to be a large, like a bonfire. That's the size of this fire pit. It is burned down to just smoking and lightly glowing cinders. Around the campsite, you see the broken logs. You see the tent torn apart, barely standing. You don't see any. Beyond the signs of struggle, you don't see any bodies. No evidence of blood or damage.
Do I notice, because I did just see that large thing back there wither up and die, do I notice, like, any nefarious looking roots or tendrils on the ground that kind of resemble that plant that would have been drawing things in with its own vines along the ground that could have maybe taken the bodies away?
Make a perception check
Perception.
with advantage.
Okay, okay. I'm going to roll one real one and one online one. Been getting real. Actually, I don't want to roll you. I think you've been rolling like shit lately. Put
it in dice jail.
Who's got the goods for me today? Okay, that'll be a 16 with the real dice. Let's roll the online die. We'll go with the 16 on the real die. I don't know what the hell that one was doing.
All right. In these thickets of bushes, all through the campsite, the kind of the ones that look like ferns, you're able to pick out plants that don't belong there. And some of the nearby ones, you swear, looks like the fronds at the top of a carrot. But big.
Yeah, this place is weird. You were right, guy.
Yeah.
There's a
Corpse
giant.
carrots.
There's a big ass carrot over there.
Is it actually a big ass carrot?
I mean,
It
you
looks
can't.
like the top of a big ass carrot.
Do we want to
that-
pull up the murder carrot, or do we want to set this place on fire and keep walking?
I'm okay with setting stuff on fire.
I'm thinking full Charmin's March to the Sea right now. Just
I have no
Allier
qualms
is here
with
in
that.
spirit.
yeah.
I mean, this is one of the rare occasions where setting everything on fire is the right move,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
None
love
of the-
that we always set things on fire and want things set on fire
When he's
Ryan's
gone.
not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's magic
Well, we
how
can,
that works.
well,
I don't
we can
understand.
determine the right time to do that, usually.
Like, trolls need to be set on fire. No, Brian. Campsite should set this on fire. No, Brian.
Library,
There's-
we need
there's
the
Brian.
information.
There's Brian.
Set it on fire.
Damn
We
it,
need the
Brian.
information. We need the info in there. We'll set this
There's
on
love there.
Yeah.
Okay, so who and how are you going to set this swampy, marshy jungle on fire in a torrential downpour?
Oh, I forgot the torrential downpour.
But it's magical fire.
Oh, it is. Well, it's kind of magical fire because I do have my alchemy jug and can just pour oil on all of this.
Before
And
they
really-
do that,
Holy Sherman's March to the Sea here. It's fun.
can Arya do the sneaky sneak and try to see if there's anything left in the tent or at the campsite, like books, a bag of mushrooms? Just, you never know what you're going to find.
Okay. Make your stealth check to cross the clearing first.
Well, I wanted to ignore Shadow, and
Yeah, I figured this was
want
happening.
I wanted to go around the outside of the campsite on the edge, and as if I was going to sneak around the back, just so that we had it flanked, and try to get to it that way without going through the campsite.
Okay. As you're rounding all these, this clearing, in the clusters of ferns, you see more things that don't quite belong. You see basil and parsley and oregano. You see all sorts of seasonings that are growing through these ferns, and these are not like the carrot top looked really big. These are about normal size, like a nice, like a good healthy bunch of herbs.
It was just a
Not-
bunch of props over.
not giant.
Okay, I want to take note of where they are, but leave them there and keep going for now.
Okay. Approaching the tent from the north side, you can see these giant claw wrens in the canvas. And this is a big tent. This would have maybe slept 8 or 10 people. You peek through the claw marks. Give me a perception check.
And of course, as soon as I saw the claw marks, I think I would have pulled out bone needle and just have it out just in case. 14?
Okay. Amidst the signs of struggle around this tent and within, you start to pick out a pattern. Whoever put this fire here and put up the tent, they were making a they were making a stand, almost like a final stand against enemies. You don't find any weapons, anything like that, but you definitely know that there was basically a small scale siege that happened here. Like you see a few torches that are scattered, that are around the area, almost as if there were people standing watch. So,
Okay. Then I would just kind of try to keep an eye out for if I see anybody else come into the campsite and try to meet them in there.
okay. Did we get a stealth check?
Oh,
I don't know if we ever did that.
sorry.
It's okay.
That's a 24.
Yeah, it's going to beat everybody's passive perceptions. So you kind of turn around a moment or two later and realize that Arya is gone.
Do be like that sometimes.
I turn around and I just go, yeah, I knew she was going to do that anyway, but I had to make my objection known. And if she's caught in the fire, well,
All right. So what's the play here?
Do we actually burn it down? Do we look for Arya first and then burn it down?
pour the oil as we walk through.
Mm-hmm.
Light it up when we get to the other side.
Okay. I only get like a quart per day, so it's not a whole lot.
Find the most.
Yeah, that's not much.
Find the thing that'll look like it could catch a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Can maybe just looking around the fallen trees might be the best the best things to try and catch.
What is the point of lighting it on fire? Exactly?
Catharsis. You all right, James?
I'm good.
Sometimes, when there's nothing left to do, you burn it down.
You just let's go and have let's designate a timekeeper at this moment to see if you can.
I will happily start a
not an actual timekeeper.
Oh, okay.
In the game.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
To see if if someone can keep up with what time it is.
Great. What kind of
That'd
skill
be-
would that be?
I think that's under survival.
Yeah, I would probably say a survival or an intelligence.
I mean, I could do survival.
But you're already doing.
I am already doing survival. Well, never mind then.
I'm only +2 to survival.
I have a +2 to survival, or
Hey, Fred lived out in the wilderness. Is he good at survival? Is this the one thing Fred's good at?
Fred happened to be a chicken scout back in...
I'm a chicken scout. Oh my god, I love that. I have a +3 to my intelligence if it's just like a straight intelligence roll.
Survival,
Yeah, you could do that.
Wisdom.
Well, I said you could do an intelligence as well.
I mean, yeah, you're from a sword in the middle of a forest. Probably observed
Yeah.
just time passing because people were using your shadow as a sundial.
That's true.
Actual
If anything,
sundial.
you're a sundial. How would you
I
not?
was a clock at one point in time.
I'm time.
Wow.
I am literally time.
Okay, advantage on time checks.
Nice.
Writing that down so you can't
Canon.
take it back later.
Cannon.
Remember, kids, sometimes the bits pay off.
Okay.
But then
Yep.
get your improv, Revan. Could we take like a quick break, maybe?
Ooh.
Yes.
Would it be
What
a
are we
good
about?
time?
Like an hour-ish left. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Cool.
The restrooms and such.
Yeah.
Edit here.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Mana, how's your foot?
Still broken, but I'm
you
down
walk?
to just. Yeah, I have just a cane.
Okay, Dr. House, let's do this.
Yeah. Got to go to
Broken.
work yesterday.
Gross.
Ooh.
So, and I went to the store. That's why I was like a couple minutes late because I got to go into the store.
Because you have children to feed.
Yeah. I can't drive yet, but so I had to be driven to the store.
Get a British car, obviously.
Sorry.
Come on,
Get
fucking
Get
idiot.
yourself one of those
Get a...
old minis like Mr. Bean.
I just bought a new car too. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I just
fuck-
leased a new car.
Jeez. Think, Mark.
I'm
Think.
I'm such a dumbass. God.
I got to start incorporating an Omni-Man meme into my life more. Just gonna put a lot more Black Air Force energy in my life. That's
Okay. Is this gonna work? Ta-da!
what are you rolling?
It's my new car.
Is that a VW? I can't tell that.
It's a
I can't tell.
Honda HRV
Oh, look at you!
Sport.
Is it a stick shift?
New.
Good. For reasons, it's good because I can't drive stick.
Oh, so I was gonna be like one-upping you, and you'd hate that.
No, the joke was that I was going to steal your car, but okay.
Oh, okay. It's a 2022. It's brand new.
Oh,
Yeah, mine is.
Wow.
7 miles on it when I went to pick it up.
Mine's a 2012, but I fully own it. No
Yeah, I don't
payments.
fully own mine.
I paid mine off December coming into this year.
Nice.
It got very annoying with it at the end there. They're basically like, "Come on, man, just send us $1,000." I'm just like, "No, wait for me to finish 1 gig and I will send it to you." It's like, but no, we want it like right now. We know you
right
have
this second.
we know you have a monthly plan, but forget all that. Is it? What, you got a bag of fruit chews over there? What's happening?
Jolly Rancher gummies.
Ugh.
I know you don't eat sugar, but I do. So.
I don't like sweet. I prefer sour. If I had the rare occasion I do eat candy, I prefer sour.
I also like sour candy, but this is what was over there.
Like,
So
I used to eat the warheads, sour warheads, and then completely waste them. Like, once the sour was gone and it became sweet, I spit it out. Like, well, this is over now. At least I wasn't one of those kids that were just popping cough drops because they were like, "Oh, these are basically candy." I'm like, you guys are getting high, aren't you? Just come in with handfuls of cough drops, saying like, "Oh, these are the menthol kind. These are this is candy." There's medicine in that. I'm watching drug habits be formed.
My grandma smoked like 2 packs a day since she was 14, and so she always had cough drops around because she would, cough, especially at nighttime. So yeah, I definitely ate cough drops like they were candy, especially the Halls ones, those ones that are so strong it's like you just put mentholate them straight up in your nostrils.
It's a good way to make yourself cry.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I
There's an
usually
actor
don't
tip for
need
you
anything.
for the actress.
Generally,
All right,
I just open up the freaking floodgates and out they come. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask the Magic 8 Ball?
Is Arya going to notice the fire we set?
Ooh, as I see it, yes. It's literally what it says.
Edit that
So
part
let's
out.
see.
Leave it in.
That's my line from a different podcast. Don't take my stuff.
I also love when you're like, I'm gonna edit this out later, and then I listen to Fangang later, and it's not gone. It's still there.
Oh,
It's my favorite.
yeah, you guys will have to really remind me if you actually want something taken out, because I'm not messing with it too much.
Majority of the time,
Like
even when I say I'm taking it out, I'm kidding. It's nothing I care about enough to take out.
All right, so in this clearing, we got Guy ready to pour a quart of flammable oil somewhere and light it on fire. Arya is hanging over here behind this tent with a high enough stealth check that you guys have no idea where she is.
Like, she's at the point where we have to actively look for her, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, I could just
So
walk out,
where-
but
So where are you going to go to set something on fire?
I do like the idea of setting those trees on fire.
Okay, the bigger one's over here on the
Yeah.
left. Okay.
I should have picked the herbs. God damn it.
Once again, I'm very nervous about the herbs. I mean, they said that the herbs and the carrots and stuff are normal around here.
This coming from the man who carried around a very dangerous tree and all of its saplings.
Oh, speaking of...
Still carrying.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd throw that in there. Memories.
Thank you for reminding
I still have
me.
mine, too.
Yeah.
It's literally like,
Yeah.
you said how big it is. It's just sticking out of my backpack, so whenever we go anywhere, it's just kind of going, shwee, 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 swaying. Yep.
All right. You all make your way. Do you all go?
Yeah.
Sure.
Lovely DM questions.
I would tell
Yeah.
Fred to follow them if he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm still watching from
Good.
behind the
Let's
tent.
send
but
everybody
I'm in.
into
Are
the
you
area
sure,
where we're all
Mrs.
going to
Excalibur?
die.
Oh, you're not Mrs. I'm sorry. Are you sure, Excalibur?
Yes. We have, decided to join them, so follow along.
I do want to
Okay.
make a cursory perception check. This is not to look for Arya at all. This is just
Okay.
to see anything that, like, eyes in the brush. I don't know when we would come upon this tent and see the giant claw marks. So just like, do I hear animals chittering? Suddenly it stop. Like suddenly it becomes completely silent, like a predator's come about. Because again, I don't trust this forest. The last time we walked through one, there was just a damn three-headed eldritch freaking monster. Not eldritch, but just a three-headed monster just walking around with a weird body with a vendetta against us because we definitely helped kill it. Something killed its mom. I'm not a fan of forests now.
All right.
Just
so
checking for danger.
let's see what the dice say. Perception check.
All right.
Was I supposed to do a time check already? Because I did.
Oh, and what did you roll?
A 22.
Okay.
Perception check was a 23.
The only new information that you get as you get closer to that broken dead tree is that in the ferns behind it, you see plants that look like potato leaves and some more bundles of various herbs.
I don't know what a potato leaf is, but okay.
I'll say Shadow does.
Cool. Never took a botany class in my life.
The best botanist on this planet.
I know what chlorophyll is. That's all I got.
So, Guy, you're pouring out this oil on top of the tree or the dead tree.
Yeah.
How are you going to light it? Probably firebolt.
Yeah, like a produce flame.
Yeah. It ignites.
Great.
It doesn't burn. It's not burning huge. I mean, it's with all the rain, it's just kind of it's a bit more than smoldering. As it starts spreading to the ferns there, you hear a high-pitched screaming. Yay!
Is it coming from the plants themselves?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll use Druidcraft if I can to try and put out the fire as it spreads to the plants.
Okay. You do. Do you want to put out all the fire or just contain
I just want to contain it for right now.
Okay. There are a couple of the herb plants, like a basil and a thyme, that start moving, and their leaves are singed from the fire, and they pull themselves out of the ground.
Great.
And run into the clearing. And even though the sky is completely overcast, the rain is thick, they start shriveling and dying as if they were being burned. And they finally come to a rest on the ground. They stop moving, leaving a bundle of thyme and a bundle of basil.
Not gonna lie, that was real weird.
Yeah, I can't really bring myself to care about anything in these woods. Hey,
No.
Arya, where the fuck are you? You're muted.
We can't find her!
That's how,
He was so
That's
serious
how-
too.
How
Stealthy,
sneaky I am. Okay.
Her answer looked so serious too. Like she looked like she was saying something really good.
It was something very important that we lost it all because no one
Yep.
was recording.
yeah.
Yep. All I said was, I'm standing right behind Daryl. And I just say, yeah, that was really weird.
You're sitting behind who?
Shadow.
She shows up in Daryl's house. Hello.
Knife in hand.
That's how you get shot real quick.
So now you have a smoldering log, a couple of bunches of herbs, and you've noted a potato plant and a large carrot plant, along with all the other herbs.
Let's make some dumb decisions.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
That's how we find out that all the plants actually are alive.
The plants are children. Soylent Green is people.
Well, we just killed the children then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shadow, pull up that carrot really fast.
awful.
Big one?
Yeah.
What? They're plant children. They don't count. Unless they're those peaceful
Oh, chewingas?
yeah, those extremely
Nah.
peaceful children. But they live in the Underdark. We should be fine. They're fine up here. I'm pretty sure the sun kills them anyway. The carrot?
Well, the sun killed those herbs.
So they can only grow in this environment. Or at least they can only live in this environment. They might not be growing in the way that we know it.
Great.
Before I do anything,
Look, eating those.
Before I get my hands all up on some carrots.
I'm gonna throw a rock at this damn carrot at the big one. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go full Wizard of Oz and just check to see if the tree is alive on this one. If I start getting cussed out by a carrot, I'm fine with that. If I get that, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Carrot.
Are you going to answer like that too? Because please do.
Please do.
Here for it.
Answer as Dorothy.
Yes. And
All right.
then there'll be two of us that have played Dorothy in this podcast.
Exclusively, I will be the Diana Ross version.
It's fine.
So make a improvised attack roll, or improvised weapon ranged attack roll.
Very good. I don't know what to add to that.
I mean, it's a big carrot. It can't be too hard to hit.
No, I'm just my 2 hit plus. I don't know what that is for improvised stuff. Is that
So it'll
just
be
right out my
your
deck?
dexterity or strength. I'll say a rock
All right,
can be dexterity or just strength.
that'll be a +4 for strength then.
So it's a big rock.
Yeah. Big carrot. Sometimes you gotta get your point across. You know.
You got big
You ever
problems,
walking
need
through
big
the woods and you
tools.
see a gigantic carrot, so you throw a boulder at it? That's the feeling you get when you drive a Ford F-150.
Swear to God.
Hashtag not sponsored, but probably should be.
13.
You miss all of the fronds, but it lands right where the root would start. And you hear a rumbling groan from the ground.
Oh, God, did I just wake up Treebeard?
Yep.
Shit.
Well,
Not
on
orcs.
top of giant vegetables, there's also something with huge claws that ripped up that tent over there. I think we should probably just leave.
What the fuck? Jesus.
Lexi, what's happening?
What?
No?
I'd look at the sword. I think he's talking to you.
Oh, goodness. No.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
No.
I didn't hear what you said. It kind of cut out for me. Sorry.
Lexi. We're not
Lexi,
going to Lexi.
what is happening?
Oh,
Nope.
Just X. Just call it X.
He kind of looks, downtrodden and turns away and starts messing with it in his pack again.
Nice
Yeah.
try, Fredwood.
Fredward.
Yes.
Well, this has been fun. We keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They leave the stupid
I
carrot.
thought when you said what's happening, I thought the carrot was talking because it happened right after that. That's why I was very confused.
No, it was Fred.
Oh.
That's great. What's happening?
I think that the plants are monsters,
Yeah, probably.
is what's happening.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that.
Oh.
Probably, I don't know, a big rooted hand went across the tent there. Let's just get
Let's
the
just
fuck
not
out of
be
here,
here.
guys.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah. All right. As you head to the south from this abandoned campsite, you all head out between the boulders and down through that fern patch, and you all leave the area. But as Fred is leaving,
Oh, great.
he trips,
Fuck you, Fred.
falls down, and
Dies.
doesn't stab himself.
That's good.
Oh, God,
I
we're
was gonna
rolling
say-
for that?
I was gonna say, I refuse to fall on the ground. I was gonna use my, my
He's just
ability
being
to
held
just...
up by his belt buckle. Like,
I don't think James has realized that he accidentally just gave us our own Galir. This just-
Yes.
our poor punching bag, Fred.
We're gonna make Fred our gopher and have him get us coffees.
So as he trips, he goes, "Oh, oh," and he hits the ground, and you hear him grunt. He goes, "Ugh."
Fred, are you making chicken
And he stands
noises?
up.
Did you bring a chicken?
Is Fred Chicken Boo from Animaniacs? Because I will like him more then.
Yes.
No, he's not a chicken. He
He's had a chicken in his bag this whole time.
He's hiding a
that
chicken.
pet chicken. First of all, that chicken's amazing. It hasn't made a single noise once. We were getting chased by cheetahs.
I was gonna say,
Really
as he
well-trained
trips, if he
chicken.
goes to drop me, I will use immovable and lodge myself in the air so that I am not dropped on the ground.
I literally just picture him hanging there by his by the sword, just like, oh.
see in my head it's more along the lines of he's falling forward. You go immovable,
And
he slams his face. He slams his face
what I was imagining.
into the flat of it, and then ends up
Full Harry Carey.
hanging from it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nope.
Nope.
No ground for me. Thank you. I'm all set.
Oh, love it.
And he gets up, dusts off his face, says, okay, well, let's go.
No.
do the
Back to
most
his side and...
I do the most aggressive, like, army get-up soldier. Like, I grab him by the scruff and just, like, pick him up with one arm. And, like, straight, like, slap both of his shoulders, like, straighten up. We get the shit now, boy.
Yep, right. Yep, let's go. And he starts marching off, holding his bag to his side.
Arya's gonna try to
get hungry enough, we'll eat
and
that
try to
thing.
get that chicken out of the bag. Just to see if I can.
You're gonna try and get the chicken out of the bag?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
All right.
We've seen how much of an idiot he is about this chicken.
Son of a bitch. I rolled a 1.
I slap her hand. Can we just say that's how I slap her hand again?
Yeah.
Like I did the last time she tried to reach for something.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
I know ritual casting is normally like you can't be doing anything, but as we're walking along, can I stand like next to Fred and slowly try and cast Speak with Animals as a ritual just behind him? And just like lean over to the bag and be like,
411 from this chicken.
Are you okay in there?
Fred fucks that chicken.
God.
Damn it!
You're assuming Fred fucks. Oh, God.
God, that movie Dirty Work, I think, where the
Just
running
broke
joke
Daryl.
throughout the whole movie is that guy fucks that dog.
Oh,
From within the pack, you hear, "I'm quite fine. Why are they laughing so much?"
Well, it's just weird that you're being carried around in a backpack. You don't want to be out with everybody else.
Did you almost die not 2 hours ago?
No. I fell asleep for a little bit, but nobody almost died. I haven't been hurt yet.
Today.
The chicken is notoriously silent at that.
Listen, Camilla, I'm going to assume your name is Camilla from now on. You're being carried around by an idiot. You don't at least want to be, like, somewhere safer? We have a guy who looks like a brick wall walking here, and you're being carried around by the idiot with a sword.
And we all just hear.
Yeah, it's just a guy just...
bent over talking to him back. Oh, my God.
So,
This guy walking like a chicken in order to be bent closer.
Yeah, just hunched over, arms out. Like,
all of this, yes. Mm-hmm. And the chicken says, "I don't know how you know my name is Camilla, but
I watched the Muppets as a kid.
I am being
know.
I am being carried by the one true king."
It's not true.
You don't speak chicken.
I know.
I don't know how, but I feel
I'm
like
talking
we
to
all just
myself.
know. I don't know how we all know this, but we all just go.
Fred actually
Doesn't feel
Is
right.
he
Fred
though?
actually turns to Arya and leans down to you and says, "Is that one talking to my chicken?"
Oh, yeah.
I can also talk to you. I'm literally right here. Also, I finally
He
found
talks to
somebody
all
who's
kinds of
dumber
us.
than you are, so we're fine. I gotta keep it in the bag.
Can I see your chicken?
You don't stop asking him to whip his chicken out.
No,
But
no, you
I just want to... All right.
Glad
can't see my chicken.
let's be glad
Yep.
it's a female and not a male.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
All right.
jumps about. and stop trying to reach into other people's bags.
Yeah.
As much as we don't care for him that much, because honestly, he's a little bit of a liability. I just saw him almost kill himself on his own sword.
Mm-hmm.
He is a part of the party. You don't steal from your own party.
While these conversations are happening, Fred continues on.
Great.
He's walking at a brisk
walking
pace.
Yeah.
He speeds up.
I just go.
Also,
He speeds up
I can hear you.
Shut up.
I don't
You're not gonna
belong to Fred. Thank you very
shut
much.
up. You're not gonna believe this. That chicken thinks Fred's the one true king. But also,
I object to that.
but also, this chicken lives inside of a bag. So what the fuck does it know?
I speed up and
Make an
start.
insight check.
What?
Oh, dang it.
Make an insight check.
On what the chicken knows.
Yeah. It's a 12.
Everyone?
12.
It's the world chicken. It knows everything.
I mean, have you met me? You have any idea where this is going to go?
Am I also making an insight check on this chicken?
No,
Okay,
just Guy.
perfect.
This is
And it wasn't on the chicken. It was on Fred.
Oh.
Oh.
Something is bothering Fred now.
Oh.
I was.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Instead of chattering on aimlessly, he is completely
Because I
silent.
called him an idiot. Oh,
Because I want to look at his
With
chicken.
a 12, no.
perfect.
Was that not intimidation? Was that inside check for everyone or just
Just me.
Just guy.
this guy?
This guy. He was having a conversation with him.
Arya speeds up and tries to keep pace with Fred. Literally doing like the mall speed jogger walk.
A speed walk.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, Cinnabon.
orange juice.
Are we?
He turns to you and he says, "Well, you haven't insulted me yet. What do you have to say?"
I think it's amazing that you have trained your chicken to be so quiet. And I think it's pretty honorable that you care so much about chicken.
Her name is Camilla. She's very sensitive.
Then you must have a lot in common. And I mean that kindly.
Don't tell her about what majority of my diet consists of.
Yeah, you might want to be careful with your chicken, because we could get hungry in these woods. So, just keep it hidden, I guess.
Fred, can I
still
ask
wanna
you
see
an
it.
important question?
Eventually.
I suppose.
Do you speak chicken?
No,
Are you sure? Because
I don't need to.
you don't need to speak chicken?
No.
Do you have a telepathic link with said chicken?
Oh, that'd be
No.
interesting.
We spend
Well-
enough time together. I know what she's thinking. You crass thug over there. I do not have relations with my chicken. I'm saving myself from this.
If anything, he probably spends his time choking that chicken. It's fine.
Good for you, Fredwood. Give you a pat on the back, but I don't have hands.
That
You
is
fucking broke Daryl.
that is an honorable endeavor.
I mean, that's kind of like the bare minimum, right? Like, don't fuck chickens is like, that's basic human decency, right? That's
Well, then
Because
that's
I
one
said
point for
that
Fred.
I was saying that out of character, but everyone took it in character, so I've just been having to go with it.
You need to just start saying, "This is
out
Daryl
of
speaking."
character.
It's funny.
All right. Fred actually, as all this is going on, he continues walking. He says, "Oh look, we made it."
Oh, perfect.
And truly, the mist is is thinning, and you can see that you're about to step into a yellow square. It's actually not a square. It's the one to the south of the mist-shrouded jungle. You can see that there's 2 pathways coming off of this one. So who is up next in the Jumanji roll?
I think it's Fred. After Arya.
Yeah.
But I
I was
will
gonna
check.
say, is it still? I think I did.
Yeah,
it.
in the
You
actual
rolled
Yeah,
early.
Yeah,
Fred,
you did.
initiative order we've been
Fred and
using.
Excalibur after Arya.
Yeah, Fred goes after Arya.
Okay. He takes the dice, smooths a few rocks out of the way, and gets down on the ground and rolls.
Snake eyes.
Nope.
Okay, Allie
This is a
Beardsley.
Nothing happens immediately. Everybody just kind of sits, waiting. There's nothing. And Fred says, "Well, which direction do we go? Do we go to the right or continue on straight?"
Just for me looking at the map, this is the one that's like shaped like a T, correct? That's going towards the green path that goes to the bridge over the.
Yeah.
We were directed, if we were looking for this ship, to go this way. And I point in the direction of that way. If that's still our quest, I don't know really what we're doing here.
I mean, I feel like I'm going to avoid the red as much as possible anyway, because I think I would have started catching on that when we roll in different colors of these boxes, it's a different level of horribleness. Still horrible, but just varying levels of it. But also, I'm going to head to where I think I can hear water. So, just going with Arya, even though I'm pretty sure Guy is still like.
We
I
lost
think we
James.
lost. We lost our fearless leader.
Well, we're still recording.
We are.
So, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Just gonna follow. Even though I think Guy is still leading us, but
Yeah, no.
that downward slope is how I'm viewing that on the map. Is that it's a kind of a downward slope into the green. I'll follow that since nothing immediately is happening.
We head
I
towards.
think Arya definitely would have just been happy that maybe the way we were told to go happened to also not be the red, without wanting to admit that she did not want to fucking go that way. You know,
Okay.
there's that. I mean, shit, I'd be afraid. She's pretty badass, though.
And I just keep snickering at Fred.
Okay, but for real, like, Fred.
Since it's now canon that Shadow thinks he fucks that chicken.
Yeah. Well, Fred is strangely familiar with that chicken. Is Fred secretly like a ranger or something? Because I will be pissed if that's
Like
that's his animal companion, and he just.
I feel like Guy and I dropped back just having this whispered conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, he was willing to get killed by trolls over this chicken.
Over this chicken. So I'm saying, like,
Did not care about any of his other worldly possessions. But the chicken. Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, is it an animal companion? He's definitely not smart enough to be a wizard, so it's definitely not a familiar, right? Like,
maybe it's like a demon chicken. He made like a deal or something.
oh god, do you think it's like a warlock patron that's a chicken?
Demon chicken!
You guys like talking loud enough that Fred can hear you just
No.
like discussing
No,
him
we are
openly?
absolutely dropped 10 feet back.
We purposely said we dropped back and just talked loud enough that we can hear. In fact, we're just
Classic fallback.
Meanwhile, from
We're
10
both-
feet behind Fred, while we're whispering about him, I'm still standing there going, Fred, make a right up here. No, like the other side of the tree, Fred. Jesus Christ. Like, go that way.
In fact, I'm using the message cantrip so no one else can hear this. Only he and I can hear this conversation.
Yeah.
And even though, you know,
Terrible.
Fred's not here, Arya is definitely, like, trying to carry on full-length conversations with him.
She really wants. She wants to hold this chicken. So she's going to befriend Fred.
Okay.
Because she really.
But now I am very
wants to hold the
intrigued
chicken.
by this idea of if the chicken thinks Fred is the one true king, whatever. But if it's Fred's warlock patron who's pulling a Lady Macbeth style, he will be the one true king one way or another. And whispering
get it.
dark
I wouldn't go for
secrets
this
into
thing
his
trying
ear.
to peck me to death.
Yeah. James, you came into a real weird part of this conversation. I'm glad you came back.
Like, if
That's
I wake
funny.
up and this... my other thought process on the chicken is that it's secretly like a shrunken down version of the Baba Yaga's house.
Okay.
Because, it's on chicken legs.
Yeah.
What if the chicken is just the Baba Yaga?
Or what if somebody polymorphed Fred's girlfriend or whatever, and he's not fucking the chicken because he's waiting for it to get back to its human form?
Just like the
What
the
if it's
hawk
the
and the
Swan Princess?
just like a hawk and
The
the
chicken
bee situation.
princess?
Yeah.
Like where was it Hawk by Night? Where it's just like I'm a hawk during the night, she's a bee during the day. We can only be together during a low solar eclipse. There was some stupid ass show like that.
That's like Stuart's bird girlfriend is a necklace right now.
It's a rat. No one cares.
Be nice to Stuart.
He's not here. I don't have to be.
You're not nice to him when he's here.
I trust him more than I trust most of you. I trust him more than the damn sword that talks. Can't
you
even
were so
walk
mad.
around on your own.
You were so mad. I can barely walk around in real life on my own anyway.
Well, hey, we ain't talking about you in real life. We're not talking about your real life problems, all right? It's always blah, blah, blah your needs around here, man.
Oh, yeah. All the time. Always talking about myself.
That is
People
a
in
very
fucking
odd parents
needs.
reference for anyone
Constantly.
to go back on the cartoon conversation at the top of the podcast.
The top of the
Fairly
episode.
odd parents reference.
Yeah.
It's all full circle.
You know, when James breaks this into multiple episodes, the fact that you reference that as being the top of the episode won't make any sense either.
True. It was the top of episode in a side conversation of a podcast that maybe broke into other podcasts episodes.
You just never know.
And I don't think we were recording at that point, so it's really not going to make any sense.
Hey, sometimes side conversations get brought in, and people just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
Like dice.
But there are also moments Arya's trying to find in between, like, when no one's really paying attention to her, and she just pulls out Bone Needle, and she's, like, whispering to it, and, like, waiting to see if it says anything back. She's, like, really intrigued by the concept that swords can be sentient, and she doesn't want to ask, she doesn't want to talk about it, but she's not sure if all swords are sentient, and they just choose not to say anything, and this one's just, like, super chatty, or if it's because it's got a mission. So, yeah, it's happening in the background.
If I could see this,
You can't.
I'm going to cast.
You can't.
If I could see
Drake.
this, I'm going to cast message. and you just hear, Arya, you've got to steal the sword from Fred. You can be the one true king. Do this, I promise you.
Okay.
Why is her sword Scottish?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how Bone Needle is like.
Who knows? When I went super high pitched with it, that's just what came out.
All right, so
It's just a very tall leprechaun, that's all.
so did you guys hear Fred roll or no?
We heard he rolled, and then things were quiet for a while, and we all stood there generating
So
conspiracy
what
theories.
he did after that is he kind of stood up, he picked up the dice and hands them to who?
Next, he hands them to Shadow.
Okay. Shadow, you got the dice now. And Fred walks to the middle of the space and says, "Well, which way? Do we head to the right or continue south?"
Go towards the river.
Okay.
Which would be going towards the green.
Yep.
The green one. Yes.
Yeah. So he takes a couple of steps forward, and the ground starts to rumble. And he looks around. What's happening?
That's a great question.
What did I do?
Do a perception
Yeah, I
check.
was gonna say, is it
So
stampede rumbling, earthquake rumbling,
Yeah.
or like, yeah, what are we talking about?
fissure, fit like a sinkhole rumbling.
Yeah,
This sounds like a stampede.
great.
Okay.
We climb a tree, Fred.
Yep. Narya starts running
Yeah,
for something close.
All of the trees that are here are outside of the game space.
so there's just a
Oh, and
giant empty space.
Dunk.
Yes.
Cool.
So this is a run. It's a stampede type moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bursting from the jungle, from the north, you see the first thing you see is a giant horn, as a herd of huge rhinoceroses
Oh god.
start heading directly towards all of you.
I thought it was about to be a huge horde of freaking unicorns, and I was like, we're all gonna die.
I mean,
As opposed
rhinoceroses
to
are like
rhinoceros.
real life unicorns.
They are.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's what it was based off of. That's a whole other.
But they are charging from the north, and Fred is going to make a dexterity saving throw first.
Go, Fred. Go, Fred.
Manna, why don't you go ahead and roll that since the two of you are moving as a team at this point.
Go, Fred. Go, Fred. Go, Fred.
That's not a good face.
I'm just gonna see what I have for. That's an 11.
Okay. We'll see what everybody else gets before we reconcile everything. Guy, go and make a dexterity saving
You
throw.
got it. That's a 12.
Okay. Arya.
Okay.
37.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was a dex check, accidentally. Ignore that. 11.
Oh no.
Shadow.
Yep. Oh, come on! I watched it slowly turn into shit. A 5. It
I really
slid
like when Fred
on
does
12.
better than you.
Like it slid on 12 on the virtual dice roll, and then it said, "Fuck you."
So as the herd of rhinos is charging you, you're all able to avoid being impaled by their giant horn. And Guy, you know that these rhinos they're much bigger than a normal one.
Great.
You're seeing almost all the animals significantly bigger than they were the last time you were in Jumanji. You were all luckily able to escape without being completely trampled. But the rhinos pushed you into the next square. The red one.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Okay.
And Shadow,
Yep.
you can feel the dice in your hand starting to get warm.
Very good. It's time for rolls.
Yep.
Rollsies.
Oh, Mama Nita. Mama Nita's new robe. Oh my God. Snake eyes.
Okay, Allie Beardsley.
That's what I just rolled. I legit rolled 2 ones.
All right. This square. Let's see.
Turns green, and nothing bad happens.
Not so
It's
much.
full of snakes now.
Not so much, he says.
Gotta love those answers.
So, in this red tinted area, there are trees growing in this growing in the area. Plenty of room between the trees. You do actually see there's a giant boulder with the roots of a tree wrapped around it. Really, like, beautiful. Some of that, just amazing nature around us. And you're wandering through this area, and off in the distance, past the border of the game space, you see a huge skull, maybe 12 feet tall. With
I rolled the worst thing, didn't I?
no,
You rolled
No,
for
you
Vecna
didn't.
to show up. Fine.
This skull has giant tusks coming out of the front of it. 6 of them. Honed to a point at the end. Looking
Ollie
further,
Bump.
you can see Looking further, you can see others, some even bigger, and bones, giant bones. There is a huge footstep, followed by another. Trees outside of the game space towards the misty jungle start collapsing. The footsteps start getting faster, and faster.
Not like this. Not like this.
And there's you all of you with hands clamp your hands to the side of your head as a giant trumpeting blasts through the area. And a giant pachyderm, 75 feet high, busts through the jungle into this game space.
Excuse me as I look up what the hell a pachyderm is.
It's an elephant.
It's an elephant.
Elephant.
Oh.
Or, as you so graciously called it, an oliphant. Has 6 tusks all radiating out from the mouth. Shaggy fur along the back. And blood red eyes.
Is this actually like the Lord of the Rings Oliphants?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It towers over all of you. It's each leg is the size of a tree trunk.
I bet they are.
And
especially that fifth one. So
it's a
it
trunk.
stops. It stops at us, or is it like charging? Is it charging?
It's about to charge you, and that's where we'll pick it up next time we
Sweet.
play.
Okay. Because I was about to have us to make a choice. Exit stage left. I was
Bye.
oh, good lord. Oh, Fredward Aloysius Humphrey the Third.
I mean, you rolled that one.
Yeah, why is that Fred's fault?
I'm talking about the past one, the one that knocked us into the.